The year after the assassination attempt, John Paul resumed the most grueling travel schedule any pope has known. Altogether, he made more than 90 foreign trips to more than 120 countries. On arrival, a familiar gesture, kneeling on the ground and kissing it. In his later years, when that became too difficult, the ground was brought to him. The simple message, respect for the country and its people. His connection to those people was breathtaking to witness.
If you talk to people who were in these huge audiences, it was always amazing to hear the same answer from many people around the world, where in a crowd of hundreds of thousands of people, they would say, I felt that he was speaking just to me. I felt that I was the only person there.
He just exudes this sense of being a holy man, a man in touch with the divine. Not in an exclusive, arrogant sense, because his basic message is, hey, guess what? You can be too. Come aboard. You be in touch with the divine too. You can be holy.
At his public appearances, there was electricity in the air.
You feel it. You hear the sound. And you feel something moving in the air as the crowd, there's a swelling as he approaches, and it's like a wave coming before him. And when he eventually arrives in, say, a football stadium, it's like the team running onto the field. It erupts, but in a very nice way.
He didn't even have to show up in person to touch a crowd. From the very start, he grasped the power of television.
It happened the first day that he hit St. Peter's Square as the Pope. He came out on that balcony. He looked around and he could see 7 television cameras trained on him. And I'm sure that the light bulb went on over his head. Wow, what a bully pulpit I have. And this is the new thing, television. I can be here and I can be everywhere in the world at the same time.
He lived in an era when communications media exploded. He knew how to take advantage of that, how to use it for his own purposes, the purposes of the church.
From time to time, that even meant letting television cameras behind the scenes in Rome. CBS News correspondent Charles Kuralt took viewers inside the Vatican in 1988.
On the 3rd floor of the papal apartments facing St. Peter's Square, the private office of Pope John Paul II is vacant at this hour. And the most famous window in the world, the one in which he appears to bless the multitudes, looks down at this hour on no multitudes. Most of Rome is still asleep. The Pope is awake and alone. He is in the small chapel across the hall from his bedroom, in what appears to be an intense private dialogue with God. It's about the last private moment he will have all day. At 7 a.m. precisely, a handful of guests arrives for a small morning mass with the successor of St. Peter. The guests come every morning. Today they are visitors from France. This is the experience of a lifetime for most of them. Here in this little room at dawn, the spiritual leader of 850 million Roman Catholics gains energy for another day. For 10 years now, John Paul has been packing them in, wowing his fans. he is a superstar.
Und Vergebung wegen ihrer Unwissenheit,
Whatever your language,
hermanos y hermanas.
he'll make an effort to speak it,
Je te le déclare,
to speak it to you.
all that Jesus did and told.
He is the most public pope. Anybody who won't hear and see him any Wednesday, unless, of course, he's out there in the world somewhere visiting them. Beyond a doubt, more ordinary people have seen John Paul with their own eyes than have seen all the previous popes of history. His manner is gentle, but his message is tough. Faith, obedience, devotion. He plays to the crowd, but he preaches discipline.
He knows what he's doing. He's an old actor. He needs eye contact with the public as a stage actor. He's not a cinema actor or a TV actor. He's stage. He can catch the eyes of people, no matter how many are there. They all think he's looking at them. Each one thinks he's looking at him.
Wilton Wynn has reported on the Vatican for more than 30 years. It seems to me that he has very little privacy. I mean, he's always with people, isn't he?
His breakfast is a working breakfast. His lunch is working. His dinner is a working dinner. And in between, he's meeting people all the time.
God bless you.
I think the Pope is regarded in most places now as a very tough conservative, even rigid man.
C'est bien le titre.
Well, to him, running the Catholic Church is not a popularity contest.
Tout au long de leur
He's got to stick to what is right, what he believes is right and true, even if it means losing every Catholic in the world.
He is, when it comes to charisma, an irresistible force. And when it comes to doctrine, an immovable object. Well, here comes the Pope.
From Rochester, New York.
You wait in this line a little nervously, knowing that the Pope hardly ever gives interviews.
It's Camden, New Jersey.
But you think, I'll charm him, and we'll chat for a while. In fact, you rehearse questions in your mind. What about Vatican relations with the Third World, Your Holiness? Things like that. You notice he's giving everyone a little brown package. It's a rosary. Well, here he is. You find yourself grinning foolishly, and this is what happens. We are doing a documentary, Father, on the Vatican, trying to understand the Vatican.
About Vatican. Please.
Thank you, Holy
You are English.
American. Yes, and we are doing 48 hours in the Vatican, very intensely. Yes.
40 hours.
Yes.
40 hours. Thank you. God bless your activity.
Well, that's all. He's gone. You didn't charm him. He charmed you.